Notorious for why they so inspired. I show them what to do and how to do it right. These 5-star raps over smooth beats.
Welcome to the Ball Out with Ken podcast. Today we have a very special episode. I have two magnificent men here today, Emanuel March Jr., Charles Jones Jr., better known as Coach CJ. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're going to start with Emanuel. Emanuel, let everybody know where you from, man.
I'm from Blair, South Carolina, in Fairfield County.
All right. All right. And Coach CJ, where you from?
Man, I'm a small town guy also, man. I'm down in Aiken County, a little small town called Gloverville.
All right, Gloverville. All right. All right, so Emanuel, so you grew up in Blair, South Carolina. That's my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up in Blair, man? Just tell me a little bit about yourself growing up in Blair.
Everybody know everybody. It's like the whole community, everybody family. Scratch each other back. Help each other out. It's just a lot of love and everybody know each other. You know how that is, and we right by the water too.
Oh yeah,
right by the water. So it's a lot of stuff to get into, a lot of fun to have as a kid. I was outside a lot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So in high school, you played in sports in high school?
Yeah, I played sports. I played football, basketball, and I wasn't into baseball, so I played a little soccer.
All right.
I played a little soccer a few years.
All right. How was your athletic experience in Fairfield?
It was good. It was good. Fairfield got athletes.
Yes, sir.
They breed athletes. It was good. Football, I played outside linebacker.
Okay.
Defense. I always say I'd rather hit than be hit.
Yeah.
So in basketball, I played like the 4 and the 5.
Okay. All right. So so you played sports at Fairfield. So, and what class? What year you graduated?
Class of 2020.
All right, 2020.
COVID year.
That was COVID year.
COVID year. Yeah.
I mean, talk about that a little bit. Like, how did that affect you, really, man? Like your senior year, like going through COVID. How was that?
Man, it was crazy. It messed up a lot of opportunities for me. I was supposed to do a lot of stuff. Like for basketball, I was supposed to go try out for a couple schools.
Okay.
But when COVID hit, it had the world in a frenzy.
Yeah.
I ain't get to do a lot of stuff. Like we didn't get to have a prom. We had a half of graduation. Because COVID.
Yeah.
We can only invite 2 people to the graduation. Instead of having your whole family. With my opportunities, I lost contact with coaches. Tryouts got canceled. People wanted to come see me work out for their teams. That stuff got canceled. COVID, man. When COVID hit, I know it helped some people out.
Yeah.
But I feel like around that time, it messed up a lot of opportunities for people too.
Yeah, definitely for like high school seniors.
Yeah.
Like the college people, they got like an extra year of school and stuff like that. But for high school, it definitely affected a lot of people. So your senior year. So when did you get into boxing?
I got into boxing in 2023.
Okay.
2023. Actually, Coach CJ was the first boxing person I met.
Yeah, I was gonna get into that. How y'all met? So how did y'all meet?
My cousin, he told me to. He was like, hey, cuz you don't want to box, man. You don't want to get into boxing. You might know him. Donzello Trap.
Yeah.
Trap.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's who told me to get into boxing. He like, man, call this number. I called him. Coach CJ answered the phone. Say, hey. I told him I say, man, hey, I want to be a professional boxer. Coach CJ say, hey, man, God, okay, show up to the gym tomorrow, and we'll see what we got.
That's what he told you.
That's what he told me.
And we're gonna come back to you. I want to get into Coach CJ for a minute.
All right.
Coach CJ, first of all, man, thank you for your service, a veteran. And not only that, man, you're doing a good job taking the youth by storm, man, and doing something positive with them. So we appreciate that.
Yes.
We appreciate that. Can you just tell the people about your upbringing a little bit?
Well, I tell you what, man, I came up in Gloverville, South Carolina. Come from a 2-parent home, had my mom, my dad there. It's total of 5 of us in the home. with myself and my siblings. I have 3 older sisters and myself and my younger brother. And in my neighborhood, man, I say the time I came up, I started boxing in 1992. And in my neighborhood, all the guys, I say the age range from about 55 to 30, everybody at least has one amateur fight.
Yeah.
Everybody got involved with boxing. You know, it was a neighborhood thing. Everybody in my neighborhood boxed. All of us. If you didn't show up to the gym, you were a chump, you were a sucker, you were scary. So you had to get on that boxing van and come to the box gym and spar.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of guys were hiding in the neighborhood trying to run from the spawn or the hard train or whatever. And it also helped us stay out of trouble because we wanted to get in that van and go on that boxing trip that weekend.
Yeah.
You got in trouble around the neighborhood, you got in trouble in school. Our coach said, yo, you can't come to the gym or you can't go on this trip. And we wanted to go on the trips. So that's how I got involved in boxing.
All right. So did your pops, did he box himself?
My dad?
Yeah.
My dad loved to say he boxed, you know. He got a whole bunch of stories about what he would do, but my dad's a real tough, rough guy.
Yeah.
Real tough, rough guy. My uncles too. So
So that's when.
he was into sports and he was a very hard man.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me about when you first met E, man, and what was your thoughts?
Tell you what, man, I was working in the gym in the Columbia Place Mall. A lot of people don't know, International Boxing Hall of Famer James Lightside Tony had a gym right here in Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I was working there. So I'm sitting behind the desk, phone rings, kid on the phone, hey, I want to be a professional boxer. I'm like, oh man, I heard it all before.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a boxer or thinks they could be a fighter. This man, show up to the gym tomorrow at 1. Man, that guy was at the gym at 1 p.m. I'm sitting behind the desk. The gym was kind of slow. Hey, I talked to you yesterday. Emanuel, he's like, yeah. So me and another coach that worked there, we started going through the bases with him. And man, he started doing really good, and he kept showing up. As some time went on, he started sparring around the gym, started cracking guys. But I'm like, man, them guys ain't nothing, man. He ain't show me nothing. This guy ain't much to him, or whatever, you know. And some few tougher guys came around, man. He started cracking them and getting down on them. But there was a little bit of separation, man. And man, you had things going on down in Blair and Fairfield, and that gym ended up closing. Okay. So in the early part of, I say 2024, I started working with another good fighter, DeAndre Pettis. I started working with him. He's made several national TV appearances. So I started working with him. I walked in the gym. Emmanuel's in there. The gym down in Chapin where we're working at. So Emmanuel's in there. He said, hey.
Now y'all didn't lose contact during that time, right?
For a brief period of time, we did lose contact for a while.
Okay.
So I showed up down there training DeAndre. Like, man, coach, you gonna be working here? Like, yeah. Busy with DeAndre, but man, we'll get together and we'll do some work. Yeah. So he started helping me out, helping DeAndre get ready for his fights, and he just progressing. And he said, man, I think I want to turn pro. So as soon as he made the decision to turn pro, man, we locked in. We've been rock and roll ever since.
Another question I got, how do you build trust between a trainer and a fighter?
You can have it a whole lot of different ways. First thing, showing trust is him showing up and me showing up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Him showing up and me showing up, that's the first way you build trust. You know what I mean? And you have to build confidence. You show them that they belong and how they're progressing, and you tell them the truth. Hey, man, that wasn't good, man. You need to do better. You know? Come on, man. That ain't it. Just tell them the truth. Tell them what they're doing good. Tell them what they're doing bad. And sometimes get a little rough. Some of the conversations get a little spicy here and there, you know, but we work through it.
And so for Emanuel, so when you first touched down, you know, at the boxing facility, like what was it like? Because that was your first time even doing anything with boxing, right? So what was it like when you first touched down?
It was new. Yeah. It was new. It was a new experience. You know, I liked it. I needed it. I needed something new, you know, a new distraction, you know.
Yeah.
And I was working out, you know. I was trying to lift a little weight, just in the gym, trying to stay fit, you know. So boxing was just perfect for me, you know. Yeah, and I ain't gonna say I like to fight, but I was never scared to fight, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I like doing it. Yeah, boxing was a good fit for me.
Yeah. So we from the same hometown. What challenges did you face like as a kid growing up? You know, just in the small town, like just some other challenges, and it probably even made you tough for boxing. Like, so what are some of the things that kind of molded you?
Okay, I ain't faced too many challenges. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I always had what I needed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really I always had what I needed. What I needed. You know what I'm saying? I say what molded me, man. My granddad, he's 90-something years old.
Yeah.
You know, he got a farm. You know, he got farm animals. He got cows. You know, he lived the old school life.
Yeah.
So he always had me working. I go down there with my dad, and I used to have to work like my whole childhood, you know, because I'm with my dad all the time. So come on, EJ, let's go down here. We got to go down here with your granddaddy, do this, do that. He used to work me, you know, and that kind of instilled hard work into me.
Most definitely. Yeah. So would you say like your dad and your grandfather are probably your biggest influence?
Yes, they're probably my biggest influence.
So CJ, what about you? So who influenced you? And you had a professional boxing career as well.
Right.
So who influenced you to kind of get in? I mean, I know you said the community, it was a boxing community,
Right.
but kind of who some of the guys that you looked up to be like, you know what, this is what I want to do, and I want to take it professionally.
Tell you what, my boxing hero and the guy I looked up to the most in boxing was Pernell Whitaker. I always watch his fights all the time, man. Just how easy he made it look. You know, the style, the flash, the flair, and the skill set that he had. It's one of my favorite fighters to watch, and that's who really made me want to do this stuff. You know, and, you know, in my personal life, who kind of inspired me to do it, my dad. My dad made me want to do this stuff, you know. Said, hey, man, you know, this is something you can do. You know, and I got involved with professional boxing. I didn't do as good as I should have done. You know, and it's my fault. But I got to work around some high-level trainers and high-level fighters for many, many years. You know, one of the high-level fighters I got to work with for many years was Paul Williams. He was 3-time world champion. That's the last world champion we had coming out of South Carolina. You know, and one of my duties with that camp, I was trained with him. I was a sparring partner, and one of the duties that Mr. Peterson gave me, George Peterson, his head trainer, I was in charge of getting the fight footage of other fighters. That was one of my jobs that I had to do. And I would sit down with George, we would go over the tapes, we talk about fights, we talk about upcoming opponents and all kind of stuff, man. So that's one of my jobs, working with Paul.
All right. And how old were you when you started fighting?
I was 21.
21, so young fighter.
20 turning 21.
So Coach CJ, what's like the biggest mistake you see as far as when a young fighter when he's first getting started that they make, you know, just coming into the game?
Tell you what, man, if I had to advise any fighter or any athlete, period, don't let yourself get out of shape. You know what I mean? Don't let yourself get out of shape. Don't let yourself get in gross physical condition at no point in time. You know, and being in condition also means your mind also.
Right.
Have your head in the right place and have your body in the right place. You know, my trainer, George Peterson, had a saying, when preparation meets opportunity equals success. You know, many of the guys in boxing that I fought, many guys around me, I'm just as good as many of them. But when the opportunity came, they were prepared, and I wasn't. So that's one of the big things, working with Emanuel, working with all the fighters that I work with, staying prepared, physically and mentally, at all times.
All right, good. And another thing, like in the state of South Carolina, and Coach CJ, you've been around for a while.
Right.
Do you think that South Carolina do a good job of promoting fighters, and also like what are some of the things that we can do as a community to kind of get behind our guys to promote them, because we know the thing is exposure. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get to the next level.
Man, I tell you what, man, I work with most of the promoters in South Carolina, and they work very hard, man. They work really hard, and South Carolina is one of the places where a lot of guys' careers get launched, and the South Carolina promoters launch those careers. Guys like Andrew Stokes, guys like Brian Shannon. You see guys' careers get launched right here in South Carolina. And you see some of the high-level fighters that warming up to do other things in the sport come down here to South Carolina all the time. We need a lot more support from the community.
Yeah.
Because a lot of careers get launched right here in South Carolina, and the promoters do a good job with that, and man, oh man, but we need a lot more support from the community. It'd be great.
Yeah, yeah. And for you, Emanuel, like once you had your first fight, like what was that experience like? Your first fight?
It was just made me more hungry.
Yeah,
made me more hungry. I fought early on. Like I was one of the early fights. So I was like, dang, one day I want to be the main event. I want to. I like the crowd. I was never a shy guy.
Yeah.
I was never shy. I always looked at myself like an entertainer, a performer.
Yeah.
So a crowd, they don't do nothing to me. I lock in, especially in the ring, tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Locked in, you focus, you trying to hurt this dude.
Yeah.
So it was good.
And for you, once he had his first fight, and y'all was training for a while. What was that? What was that feeling like watching him go out there for the first time?
Man, I tell you what. Anytime I put one of these guys in the ring, man, I'm nervous like I'm about to fight. You know what I mean? And one of the things that a coach goes through, man, is it's a lot of feelings and emotion and anxiety for a coach, man, because you got to return this young man back to his family, back to his community in the same condition. It's a lot of pressure. So I'm on it all the time in his training and all my guys.
Yeah.
Because I want to return them to their family the same way that I got them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I can tell you really care about these guys, man.
Right.
And the thing is, just like in the basketball world, you got a lot of coaches, and he has his father. But do you look at it sometimes like some of these young guys that come to your gym, man? Basically like when you there, like they yours. You know what I'm saying? And you want to help them get to the next level. Like do you feel that's the same way that some of these basketball coaches feel? About their kids.
Like taking on the father
figure.
Yeah,
once you get them. And I know they like I said, he got a great father. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like when they with you, that's how you feel about these kids when they come to you.
To some degree.
To some degree.
To some degree. You know what I mean? To some degree, I do feel like that, man. Cause I don't have any natural children.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is a good feeling to take young men and help them and guide them and help them with their lives and with their careers, man. It's a real good thing. It's fulfilling.
Yeah.
It really is.
Emmanuel, so what would you tell like a young kid who thinking about taking on boxing? Like, what would you give him just a few advice, like how he should train or what he should look out for?
I would tell him to if you're interested in boxing, I suggest it to anybody, because even if you don't want to compete, it's still a good way to get in shape. It's great cardio, and you learning how to defend yourself. So, I suggest it to anybody. And if they want to compete, I tell them to take it serious, because boxing is not something you can play. You play other sports, but you don't play boxing. People get hurt. That's why I say take it serious. Make sure you in good shape. You ready to go.
And I gotta say, man,
and listen. And listen to your coach.
Yeah.
Because he sees stuff you don't see. When you in the action, you in the fire.
Yeah.
You in the fire, you going.
You in the moment.
You just reacting, yeah. But he sees stuff from the outside that you just don't see, so you got to listen to your coach, listen to your corner.
And another thing, man, like I came across you late, you know what I'm saying? And that may be part of, like I said, just promoting our athletes, man, you know what I'm saying? But you reached out to me, we had our alumni game, and I was like, man, I'm going to check you out. And like I said, that was my first fight.
Yeah.
And boy, listen here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, me and my wife, we were sitting there, I was like, this dude is good. You know what I'm saying? You can tell people who got like a natural ability, but in those few years that you have been training, and I can tell that y'all putting in the work, you know what I'm saying? But it shows, you know what I'm saying? And it looked like you was calm and you was loose, like you was in your element. You know what I'm saying? That's a difference too. You know what I'm saying? When an athlete can go into their environment and they feel like this is mine, like that it shows, you know what I'm saying? Coach CJ, how much is like, and he's in shape, so like, what's the, you know, how much do you tell your athletes about, you know, their regiments and stuff like that? So what that looks like for you as a coach standpoint, you know, just getting them in shape and all that stuff, like, you know, what it look like for you?
It varies from fighter to fighter.
Okay.
You know, a lot of my fighters, I do the same thing with a lot of them. You know, but sometimes what works to get this guy in shape doesn't work for this guy. You know, and a lot of this stuff doesn't work if you don't work it, man. I mean, a lot of things we do, we are full speed ahead. You know, is very high intensity. A lot of the training that we do. So I got a method to get guys in shape fast. You know, I got a pretty good method to get guys in really good condition, and I kind of keep it to myself. I don't let everybody see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, we're real funny about who comes around, who sees what we do around the gym, around the track. We're real funny about it. We kind of keep a lot of that stuff to ourselves.
I'm gonna ask you just go ahead.
It's been out there for many years.
Yeah.
But many of us gotten away from that.
Let me ask you a question too, and for a trainer standpoint, and I've been an officer for a while now, but for when we go to training, and we talk to our gun trainer,
right.
And a lot of guys say, you know what, we'd rather take a person who never handled a gun before than a person who was an officer or something like that before, because they used to what they used to, and it's hard to train them.
Right.
So when it comes to boxing, is it easier training somebody who has been doing it before, or you can have somebody that come in new, right, and you can train them the right way? Which is harder than when you're training a fighter?
Neither one of them are easy.
Yeah.
Neither one are easy. But I have a good method for beginners. You know, it's starting out fresh. You know, it's a clean slate, no bad habits or bad fundamentals from anyone else. I'm good with beginners. And also, if I get a fighter that is already the established fighter, he's already been training before, man, I kind of take what he has and I add on to it. I make the things that he has a little bit better.
I mean that.
I find a fighting style that's suitable for him, his body frame, and his attitude and his mentality.
Gotcha. Okay. And Emanuel, for you, once you had a couple fights under your belt, is everything you thought it would be? Well, first of all, you make it look easy, so I'm trying to, I know it's hard for you to ask some of these questions.
Really, man, nobody made me get in my bag.
That's
yet.
what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't have an opponent to make me get in my bag yet. You know, we always add skills. You know, we do grinding too, grinding and skills. You know, nobody really made me get in my bag yet, so like the world ain't really see all my tools. You know, I got I got a deep bag. You know, like I feel like I could do everything in the ring. You know.
And Coach CJ, once y'all had a few fights. For you, what do you see in Emanuel that like makes him stand out?
Tell you what, he has a very exciting, fan-friendly style. Very exciting, fan-friendly style. You know, that being entertaining for you sitting there, and it looks good on camera also. You know, and he's not scary.
Yeah.
He's not scary. You know, these kids, you raise money, bring the kids to the fight. You know, athletes from other sports, entertainers, they come out to your fights, and they got stuff to do. So they don't want to see you getting there and rip and run around the ring and not engage. You know, they really want to see a fight where they want to be entertained. You know, in boxing we have a saying, man, hit and not get hit.
Yeah.
We love to say that. But our mantra is hurt and not get hurt.
Yeah.
That's what we looking to do.
I like that.
That's what we looking to do, man. You come out to a Emanuel March fight, you turn on the TV, see Emanuel March, you will get entertained. You're gonna get your money worth every time.
Oh, for sure.
Every time.
For sure.
Every time.
Emmanuel, I got a few ball out questions. They just little rapid questions. And
Okay.
you can do them in one word or however you want to do it.
All right.
But who's your favorite? Well, your favorite boxer of all time?
Of all time,
All time, yeah.
I'll go Tommy Hearns.
Okay. Your dream opponent, past or present?
Benavidez. David Benavidez.
All right. Best walkout song?
Best walkout. March Madness.
March Madness. All right. What's your favorite punch to throw?
My right hand.
All right. If you can describe Coach CJ in one word, what would it be?
Reliable.
Okay. Hey, hey, Coach CJ. Back to you for
All right.
you've been a trainer for a while. If a young guy looking for a trainer, right? What should he look for to make sure he got a good quality trainer?
It's like Emanuel said, reliable.
Yeah.
Somebody said reliable. Somebody that cares. Somebody that really wants you to be successful. You know, someone that can add value to you. That's what you're looking for in a coach or a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much for all sports.
Yeah. And I was about to say, just like, and I know boxing is probably different, but, like the AAU circuit in basketball, man, you got parents paying the money, but it's kind of like a money thing. Like these coaches just taking the money and going to these tournaments. Ain't nobody really caring about, the product that's on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like a money grab. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. I mean, I don't know how the boxing world is, but
Basically stealing.
Say that can happen in the boxing world too.
It can happen too.
Yeah, I feel like all sports kind of the same. We kind of, in the similarities.
Yeah.
There. The similarities that can happen.
And is it some other and y'all shout out y'all boxing
Promotional company. Tell you what, we were Blue Chip Promotions.
Okay.
Blue Chip Promotion. It's a loaded roster. A man who's new to the team, and man, he's working his way up through the companies. Man, he's been welcomed by all the guys and the staff in Blue Chip. Man, they working very good for us, and they treating us very good.
Okay.
So
And the facility that you train out of now, where is that located at?
Train at Maccabee Strong Performance, Columbia, South Carolina, on 2 Nights Road.
Okay. How long you been there?
We've been there since the beginning of this year.
Beginning of this year.
Okay. And if you can, man, you can name some of the fighters that's on your team, man, that's up and coming. You can kind of shout them out or tell people they can look for them as well if you have a couple fighters.
Okay, yeah. Look out for James Addison. James Addison, man, he just had a great knockout on the MVP show. MVP, that's Jake Paul company. He just had a great knockout on that show. It's going viral. He doing his thing. I'm cool with Ramses Vargas.
Okay.
Vargas. And I got a homeboy. He's an amateur right now, but he'll be turning pro soon. Willie Bradley. Bradley, yeah. Watch out for him. And DeAndre Pettis. That's like my big brother.
Okay.
He helped me out a lot.
Okay. Was he in your corner when he was with Coach CJ? Okay.
Yeah, he was in my corner.
Tell you what, man, DeAndre's been serving as Emanuel's co-trainer.
Okay.
And like I told you before, DeAndre's made several national TV appearances.
Yeah.
And man, he has a lot to do with me helping develop him so fast. And one of the things what I've done with Emanuel is, man, I went and sought out the roughest, toughest, baddest guys that I could find and put them in the ring to spar with. Just let him know, yo, man, you belong here.
Yeah.
You belong to these guys. They're a little ahead of you, but more time, you'll be right there where they at. But that's one of the things that I've done in training with him. And, it's with many of the boxers from South Carolina and the other athletes or entertainers, people from other cities have a whole different type of self-esteem because there are guys there that they can just reach out and touch that are successful. Being from South Carolina, it's hard to get from South Carolina to the rest of the world, but you can do it.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, for sure. Coach CJ, another question. Like, once these guys done and the boxing is over,
right,
what you want these guys to get from it? And it could just be, anything with life? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you want them to get from it?
Tell you what, man, and being involved with boxing, man, it's hard, it's rough, it's challenging, mentally and physically. Man, me being involved with boxing for so many years, man, it has shown me many other things in life are easy. If you can do this, you can deal with this kind of stress. You can deal with this type of physical work over and over and over again. Many other things in life become very easy.
All right. And Emanuel, for you, man, what you want the people to know about yourself, man? Like, you know, to look out for.
To look out for?
Yeah.
Man, look out for some knockouts. You know what I'm saying? I try to knock everybody out. I don't try. It happens.
Yeah.
You know, everybody I get in the ring with, they say I hit hard. You know, I don't know how hard I hit. You know, I can't hit myself.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for an exciting fight, especially July 24th, my next fight. You know, I'm in great
matter of
shape.
fact, look into the camera and let them know what your next fight is.
Oh yeah, my next fight, War on the Shore 2 in Charleston, South Carolina, July 24th, promoted by Blue Chip Promotions. It's gonna be a great show. I'm gonna put on a great performance. Look for another knockout. It's not, none of my fights went past the second, and this one not either. You know, this is my first 6-round bout, so you know I'm excited for it.
That's what's up. And Coach CJ, man, is there anything else that we kind of missing right now? Need to put out there?
Tell you what, July 24th, War on the Shore 2, Charleston, South Carolina, Festival Hall.
Yes, sir. And if you can, look into that camera, get your social media, man, so you can get some of these guys. They looking for a trainer, you know. So just give them your social media.
Tell you what, man, my social media, I'm Charles Jones on Facebook, Carolina Slim 78 on Instagram.
All right, Emmanuel, you can give your fans your social media as well.
Emanuel March Jr. on Facebook and eMarch18 on Instagram. I have TikTok, March Madness 803, and I'll be making a YouTube soon to put some content on there.
Definitely. Well, look, man, I'm gonna definitely try to make that next fight. But I definitely appreciate you guys coming and, you know, sitting down and, yeah, we made it happen. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on, but we made it happen, man. But I definitely appreciate that. Coach CJ, met you the first day, man. You've been a stand-up guy since I met you, Emmanuel. Same thing. I wish nothing but the best for both of you guys. And I wish some other bigger platforms can pick you guys' story up, man, because, you know, that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? We have to look out for one another, but the promotion exposure is big. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I wish nothing but the best for you guys, and I appreciate y'all coming on the show.
And thanks for having us.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Thanks
yes,
for having us.
All right. Thanks for watching Ball Out with Ken. Till the next episode.
Recording live for your ride. Recording live for